As Julius Robert Oppenheimer witnessed the successful detonation of the world's first nuclear weapon, he was haunted by its implications.
I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Johnny, Oppenheimer the movie, it's gone off with a bang. Yeah, it has gone off with a bang, Johnny. But it has made me think about one disturbing bloody fact. Yeah, what? That being, if you fucking asked people before the film who Oppenheimer was or what the Manhattan Project was, millions of people would know what the bloody hell you're talking about. Oh, Jesus, yeah, I suppose you're right. Because I can guarantee you, Johnny, if I went up the street here and around this shitty little town I live in, most people 6 months ago wouldn't have known who the hell you're talking about. And he happens to be one of the most important scientific individuals ever. Yeah, well, what are they teaching at schools? Who would bloody know?
We're in a race against the Nazis. And I know what it means. If the Nazis have a bomb.
We have a 12-month head start.
18.
How could you possibly know that?
We've got one hope. All America's industrial might and scientific innovation connected here.
Oh, Johnny, the film's a triumph. A triumph of cinematography.
This is a matter of life and death. I can perform this miracle. World War II would be over. Our boys would come home.
It's happening, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, Johnny, at our little cinema here that we saw this film in, I don't reckon they serve bloody real Coca-Cola. I reckon it's watered down shit and it's not the real thing at all. Getting back to bloody the film and what its sort of effect might have, it might wake up a few people to realise that the world is full of bloody nuclear weapons and has been for fucking 8 decades or more, and we don't seem to be doing anything about it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oppenheimer is breaking box office records, so surely now is a time for us to consider the power and danger of nuclear weapons and stop obsessively spending money on them.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, I remember being a kid, Johnny, and you probably do too. Then the Cold War was on and it's bloody.
But Johnny, you can't just go on with...
And it was in the back of people's minds basically all the time that there might be a bloody nuclear fucking holocaust. But Johnny, have we learned anything from this bloody... Have we learned anything over the last 80 years from this fucking Oppenheimer?
Power that the atomic bomb has and the havoc that it is capable of wreaking on our civilizations. How can a movie become this successful without bringing to the forefront of our consciousnesses the fact that we still have nuclear weapons, we still have this capacity, and we're in the middle of a war right now with a country that has nuclear weapons. Just because something hasn't happened yet, that doesn't mean it can't ever happen. Are we learning the lessons we should learn from this brilliant cultural artifact? Have you seen?
But Johnny, they surely, when it's hardly mentioned now, even when we got bloody the US in a proxy war, that's right, a proxy war, there I said it, it's in a proxy war with Russia, both being bloody nuclear powers. Holy shit. And both being dumb enough to fucking use them.
There's a chance that when we push that button, we destroy the world.
Obviously, all too many of us don't grasp the stakes involved in a nuclear conflict, thanks in part to psychic numbing, a concept regularly invoked by Robert J. Lifton, author of Hiroshima in America, A History of Denial, co-authored by Greg Mitchell, among many other books. Lifton describes psychic numbing as a diminished capacity or inclination to feel prompted by the completely unprecedented dimension of this revolution in technological destructiveness. We can't conceive of it, we can't conceptualize it, we can't imagine that Earth could be annihilated, that we could encounter biblical levels of destruction. So when we're postulating and speculating on Ukraine's war with Russia and America's funding of it, you know, of course, already that America has spent more on this war than Russia. Just bear that in mind, given that America are not supposed to be involved.
Well, it does seem that we're It does seem that we're obsessed with some stupid bloody things.
According to nuclear expert Stephen Schwartz, author of Atomic Audit, the seminal work on the financing of US nuclear weapons programs, through the end of 1945, the Manhattan Project cost nearly $38 billion in today's dollars, while helping spawn an enterprise that has since cost taxpayers an almost unimaginable $12 trillion for nuclear weapons and related programs.
Well, there you go.
And the costs never end. The Nobel Prize-winning International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons, ICAN, reports that the US spent $43.7 billion on nuclear weapons last year alone. And a new Congressional Budget Office report suggests that another $756 billion will go into those deadly armaments in the next decade. In order to continue that level of funding, you require a compliant population, baffled and unable to consider what they are participating in or even ask if this remains necessary. It's not too late to reawaken Oppenheimer's idea that when it comes to global matters, we are all involved.
So let me tell you, Johnny, the Ask Johnny channel, we won't put up with fucking nuclear weapons, nuclear holocaust. We're going to do everything using our vast channel resources to bring an end to nuclear proliferation. Proliferation. Get out of here.